These ancient Amazonian plant rituals hold secrets that could change the way we think about medicine today. Did you know that ancient Amazonian tribes have been using the mysterious brew, ayahuasca, for spiritual journeys for centuries? These plant rituals not only connect them with their ancestors, but also reveal hidden truths about our existence. Every ritual is steeped in tradition, meaning, and ancient wisdom that modern science is barely beginning to comprehend. You might think, what makes these rituals so significant? How do they impact the tribes and potentially all of humanity? Curious to know more? Let's embark on a journey deep into the Amazonian jungle and unlock the secrets hidden in its flora. Let's explore the ancient plant rituals that have shaped the spiritual and cultural identities of Amazonian tribes for generations. These rituals reveal a deep connection between humans and nature, one filled with mystery, healing, and transformation. The Amazon is often called the lungs of the earth, but the knowledge it holds speaks to the very soul of humanity. Each plant, each ritual tells a story of survival, adaptation, and unity with nature. Why should you care? Because these rituals offer profound insights into healing that modern medicine can learn from. They teach us about a way of living in harmony with this planet that we all call home. By understanding these practices, we don't just gain knowledge, we gain wisdom. Join us as we meet the guardians of these ancient traditions, hear their stories, and witness firsthand the incredible depth of their botanical wisdom. This is more than a documentary. It's a quest for knowledge, healing, and a closer connection to the natural world. Ancient Amazonian plant rituals are at risk. With rapid deforestation threatening the Amazon, these priceless traditions might disappear. But it's not just the trees that are being cut down. These rites are interwoven into every aspect of indigenous cultures. They hold medicinal knowledge, spiritual wisdom, and ecological balance passed down through countless generations. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the world's pharmacy, is home to an estimated 80,000 plant species. Among these, countless species have yet to be studied by modern science, but are well known to the indigenous shamans who have relied on them for millennia. Unfortunately, modernization and the lure of the outside world have led many younger individuals to disconnect from these traditions. Tribal elders find themselves in a race against time to preserve their heritage before it's too late. We face an urgent challenge. Can modern society find a way to protect both the forest and its cultural treasures? Our knowledge comes from a time long before the modern world began to take shape. Each plant we use is a gift from the spirits, a piece of the puzzle that keeps our community healthy and strong. But now we see the trees disappearing, the forest changing, the spirits grow silent. Deforestation doesn't just cut away at trees, it strips away centuries of accumulated wisdom. These rituals are a critical part of our world heritage, a living library of knowledge about medicinal plants, spiritual healing, and ecological balance. These rituals do not exist in isolation. They are seamlessly woven into the daily lives of the indigenous tribes. Every fishing expedition, every hunt, every harvest is touched by ritualistic elements. For example, the dieta, or dietary preparation, involves abstaining from certain foods and social interactions to prepare both body and spirit for communion with plant medicines. This shows the depth of integration and respect for these practices. What happens when the forest that provides for these people declines? What do we lose when these invaluable traditions face extinction? We lose a fundamental part of human history and a potential pathway to a more balanced future. What's more, modern crises like climate change, mental health issues, and chronic diseases could benefit immensely from the wisdom carried in these traditions. In areas heavily impacted by deforestation, the loss is palpable. Rivers dry up, soil erodes, and the rich biodiversity dwindles. These changes directly affect the availability of medicinal plants. With fewer resources at their disposal, the tribes struggle to maintain the full breadth of their herbal practices. Yet, there are reasons for hope. Increasing global awareness is driving initiatives aimed at conservation and cultural preservation. Environmental activists, researchers, and indigenous communities are working together to create sustainable solutions that can save not only the forest, but the priceless heritage it harbors. Let's delve deeper into some of these remarkable rituals. Ayahuasca, a powerful brew made from the Banisteriopsis caapi vine and the Psychotria viridis leaf. Tribespeople have used it for centuries to facilitate spiritual healing and visions. Ayahuasca opens doors to parallel dimensions, bringing wisdom and healing from the spirit world. It's a sacred tool that connects us to our ancestors and Mother Earth. Another fascinating plant is the chacruna, often mixed with ayahuasca. enabling the visionary experience due to its high DMT content. These rituals aren't recreational. They're guided experiences led by skilled shamans who act as spiritual navigators. Talking about the guayusa leaf is just as enthralling. Indigenous tribes believe that drinking its tea brings night visions that guide their day-to-day decisions. This plant is a guardian of dreams and a navigator of life. Similarly, consider mapacho, a natural tobacco thought to purify and protect the participants. The list goes on. Each plant, each preparation serves a specific purpose, all steeped in tradition and spirit guidance. But how exactly are these plants used? What are the specific steps of the rituals that have been passed down through generations? To answer these questions, we immersed ourselves in the daily lives of the indigenous tribes, observing and participating in their sacred ceremonies. The process begins with a deep respect for nature. Shamans often spend years in training, learning the intricate details of each plant's spirit, properties, and roles within their cultural framework. This apprenticeship involves both practical knowledge and spiritual insight. For example, before the preparation of ayahuasca, the shaman and their apprentices undergo a purification process, adhering to a strict diet that often excludes salt, sugar, and certain foods to clean both body and soul. The preparation of the brew is an elaborate and deeply meditative process. Banisteriopsis caapi vine and Psychotria viridis leaves are painstakingly harvested, chopped, and simmered. This process can take up to 12 hours and involves chanting, prayers, and invocations, connecting with the spirit of the plants to ensure the brew's potency and integrity. During the ceremony itself, participants gather in a ceremonial hut, often constructed in a traditional circular layout symbolizing the cycle of life. They sit in a circle, aligning themselves with the shamans and other participants to create a unified energy field. The ceremony is guided by icaros, sacred songs believed to attract healing spirits and energies. These icaros act as navigational tools, steering the psychedelic experience towards profound personal insights and healing. Some participants report experiencing intense visions, emotional catharsis, and deep spiritual revelations. These experiences can lead to remarkable personal transformations, emotional healing, and a profound connection to the spirit of nature, which they believe is a sentient entity guiding human existence. Beyond ayahuasca, many other rituals integrate equally intriguing plant medicines tailored for specific types of healing. For instance, the sananga eye drops, made from the roots and bark of the Tabernae montana undulata plant, are used to sharpen night vision and cleanse negative energy, a testament to the tribe's symbiotic relationship with their natural environment. These ceremonies are accompanied by other healing practices such as singing, storytelling, and dance, which reinforce communal bonds and transmit cultural knowledge. Today, as the influence of globalization expands, there's an increasing recognition of the intrinsic value these rituals hold, not just for indigenous people, but for the global community. Research into these plant medicines is revealing new potential applications for treating modern ailments such as depression, PTSD, and addiction. Collaborative efforts between tribes and scientists are proving that ancient wisdom and modern technology can indeed coexist for a better future. Integrating traditional knowledge with scientific research could lead to breakthroughs in understanding and treating mental and physical health disorders. These indigenous practices hold keys to holistic health that modern medicine is only beginning to explore. But it's not just about knowledge extraction. It's about ethical collaboration and ensuring that the tribes retain ownership and control over their traditional practices. Initiatives aimed at the preservation of the Amazonian environment also directly support the continuation of these cultural practices. By protecting the forest, we're protecting the living library of human knowledge embedded within it. By empowering and respecting the local tribes, we not only conserve biodiversity, but also sustain cultural diversity. These projects bring value to both ecological and cultural preservation. Beyond their ecological and medicinal wisdom, these rituals offer broader life lessons. In a world increasingly disconnected from nature, the Amazonian tribes exemplify a harmonious existence deeply intertwined with the natural world. Their way of life challenges us to reconsider our relationship with the planet. What can we learn about sustainability, respect, and mindfulness? These lessons are vital as we navigate the growing environmental and social crises of our time. Ancient Amazonian plant rituals remind us that we are not separate from nature, but part of its intricate web. These traditions carry echoes of an ancient understanding that modern society urgently needs to hear. The wisdom embedded in these rituals is more than just knowledge. It's a soulful connection to the earth, a way of living that honors and respects all forms of life. As we conclude our journey, what stands out most is the profound interconnectedness of all things: people, plants, and planet. The rituals and traditions of the Amazonian tribes offer us a glimpse into a holistic way of being. Their practices can teach us about healing, unity, and coexisting with nature in a way that is both sustainable and sacred. The power of these ancient plant rituals isn't confined to the past. They hold the potential to shape a more conscious, connected, and compassionate future. But this knowledge is under threat, and it's up to us to protect it. Supporting organizations focused on rainforest conservation, advocating for indigenous rights, and fostering respectful, ethical research collaborations are critical steps we can all take. Every action, from reducing our carbon footprint to supporting legislation that protects indigenous lands, makes a difference. We need to act now to preserve these priceless treasures. Take a moment to consider the vastness of what we are at risk of losing, and the profound contributions that these ancient traditions hold for all of humanity. It's more than a fight for the forest. It's a stand for the soul of the earth. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Amazon. We hope this exploration has opened your eyes to the beauty and importance of these ancient plant